As we approach the mid-season finale of PowerBook 2, Ghost, speculation is running wild about potential major character deaths. With only a few days remaining until the episode airs, fans are on edge, wondering who might meet their demise. The PowerUniverse has a history of delivering shocking mid-season finales, and this season of Ghost seems poised to continue that tradition. Looking back at recent mid-season finales in the PowerUniverse, we've seen some significant events. Raising Kanan Season 3, Episode 5 gave us Unique's supposed death. Force Season 2, Episode 5 saw the demise of Walter Flynn. And in the previous season of Ghost, we witnessed Lorenzo Tejada's death and the revelation about Lauren in Episode 5. Given this pattern, it's almost expected that we'll see another major character bite the dust in the upcoming mid-season finale. The question on everyone's mind is, who could it be? Based on the events leading up to this point, and various hints dropped throughout the season, there are 3 characters who seem to be in the most danger: Tasha St Patrick, Kamal, and Drew. Each of these characters has found themselves in precarious positions, and their deaths could have significant impacts on the story moving forward. Let's start with Tasha St Patrick. Of the 3, she might be the one with the highest probability of meeting her end in this mid-season finale. We've seen Tariq becoming increasingly focused on revenge against Noma, and he's been making some risky moves. His attempt to hook up with Anya is a dangerous game, especially considering Noma's volatile nature. If Noma discovers Tariq's new drug business moves or his involvement with Anya, she might decide to strike back where it hurts most, by targeting Tariq's mother. Tasha's death would be a monumental event in the series. Not only would it devastate Tariq, but it could also be the catalyst that finally pushes him to fully embrace his father's legacy. We've seen hints in the trailer that Tariq might be on the verge of a significant change, possibly becoming more like Ghost. The loss of his mother could be the final push he needs to fully step into that role. It would be a tragic irony, Tariq losing the parent he was closest to, only to become more like the one he resented. However, Tasha's death isn't a certainty. There are logistical challenges, such as Noma not knowing Tasha's witness protection address. But with characters like Detective Carter in play, there's always a possibility that this information could fall into the wrong hands. Moving on to Kamal, his death is another possibility that can't be ignored. We know that the detective has asked to follow him, which puts Kamal in a dangerous position. He could easily find himself caught in the crossfire between various factions. While it's possible that Noma or even Tariq could be responsible for Kamal's death, it seems unlikely that Tariq would take that risk. He already has Salim's death on his conscience, and adding another murder to his list, especially someone close to him, would be a significant escalation. Kamal's death, if it were to happen, would likely be a result of his involvement in the ongoing investigations and conflicts. It could serve as a wake-up call for other characters, highlighting the real dangers they face in their world of crime and power struggles. Lastly, we come to the possibility of Drew or Cain dying. Between the 2 brothers, Drew's death seems more likely at this point. Cain has been going through a significant character arc, getting closer to Noma and proving that he's not just a mama's boy. His fight with Zion, as seen in the trailer, appears to be part of this transition phase. Killing off Cain now, just as he's evolving as a character, would feel premature. Drew, on the other hand, is in a much more vulnerable position. The conflict between Drew and Cain has been building for a long time, stretching back to the first season. Their rivalry has been fueled by jealousy, misunderstandings, and the complex dynamics of the Tejada family. Drew has always felt overshadowed by Cain, despite being the elder son. This resentment came to a head when Lorenzo was released from prison and seemed to favor Drew, going back on his promise to make Cain his right-hand man. The tension between the brothers has only escalated since Lorenzo's death. Drew's involvement in Lorenzo's demise, along with Diana, was a massive betrayal that Cain is unlikely to forgive easily. We've already seen Cain confront Drew about this, and it's clear that the conflict is far from over. What makes Drew's potential death even more plausible is he might involve with Detective Carter in the upcoming episode. This alliance puts Drew in an extremely dangerous position. If Cain discovers that Drew is working with law enforcement, it could be the final straw. Cain, who values loyalty to the family above all else, would likely see this as the ultimate betrayal. The mid-season finale could potentially see a confrontation between the brothers that ends in tragedy. Cain, fueled by anger over Drew's betrayals, both the involvement in their father's death and the cooperation with Carter, might finally snap. It's not hard to imagine a scenario where Cain, in a moment of rage, goes too far and ends up killing his brother. Drew's death would have significant repercussions for the entire Tejada family. It would devastate Monet, who's already lost so much. It could push Diana further away from the family business, seeing the true cost of their lifestyle. And for Cain, it would be a point of no return. Killing his own brother would change him irrevocably, potentially pushing him further into the ruthless world of crime. I also have a suspicion that Effie could be the one who dies in the upcoming episode. Effie might die because Tariq sets her up really well. He tells Cain and Noma that Effie has been helping him all along. He shows them the texts where Effie warned him about people trying to kill him. He also says Effie helped him get back into selling drugs after the whole thing with Roman. Cain already doesn't trust Effie. He's been thinking she and Tariq might be working together behind his back. Noma gets really angry when she thinks someone has betrayed her. She's killed people for less before. They might catch Effie at the big party that's happening. Noma could show Effie some proof that she knows about all the lies. Maybe she shows Effie the texts or some other evidence Tariq gave her. Effie would try to explain herself, but no one would listen to her. She'd be all alone. This is a photo showing Noma confronting Effie in the upcoming episode. Noma appears to be showing Effie some product, likely drugs. Effie looks surprised and trapped. This photo suggests Noma has caught Effie in a lie and is confronting her, possibly leading to a dangerous situation for Effie. Cain used to be on Effie's side, but now he's with Noma. So Effie has no one to stand up for her or protect her. Noma might decide Effie is too dangerous to keep around. She or Cain might pull out a gun and shoot Effie right there at the party. This would be a huge shock for people watching the show. It would make viewers really sad and angry at Tariq for setting it all up. It would also cause a lot of problems for other characters. Tariq might feel guilty about what he did to Effie. Cain might be upset that he didn't do more to save her. Effie dying would change a lot of things in the story. It would make people really want to keep watching to see what happens next, and how everyone deals with her death. We can only watch and see how the events unfold and impact our favorite characters. Who do you think will meet their end in the upcoming episode or this season? Share your predictions in the comments and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video.